Hey guys, Mr. Kitzmiller again here. We're in the middle of our knife demonstrations here. Where we finished off last time, we had made our bâtonnet cut. That was our 2 inches long by 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. I know it's not the easiest to see that, but what we're trying is to have this side equal, that'd be 1/4 inch each, and then we go into our 2 inches long. Now, I think we talked about that looked like a French fry. Now, I promise you, if you had a McDonald's French fry right beside this, it might be a little bit longer, but it's going to be almost this exact dimension here. It's what it's modeled off of. It's 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch, but their French fries are obviously longer than 2 inches. But this is your French fry cut. Now, to get from our bâtonnet to our small dice, if you notice, bâtonnet is 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 2. The small dice is 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. So that stands to reason that we are going to take our bâtonnet and then we're going to cut them into what? 1/4 inch pieces, because you already have one side is 1/4 inch, the other side is 1/4 inch. Now this is 2. We're going to cut this into 1/4 inch pieces. So we take our knife using our grip. Now this is where our claw technique becomes even more important. We're going for a 1/4 inch cut. 1/4 inch cut. Now, a lot of people, well, there's 2 different ways to do this. You can take your knife and move it down. Notice I'm using a rocking motion. The tip of my knife never comes off the board. If it does, it is very rarely. It's only for a second. You can take it and you can move your knife. I am careful to be looking over my knife blade. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing. I had a little piece go back in there, and I lost my cube. Some people will teach you to take it and use your thumb to press the product through. So it's kind of like I got my knife here. Now I take my thumb. I'm using my claw. I'm taking my thumb and I'm putting through there. Did you see that? I almost cut my finger. I'm doing something I don't normally do. We're clear there. No cut. All right. So again, you've got 1/4 inch. I'm doing 2 at a time now. I like to move my knife. Obviously, I just showed you that. I'm more comfortable moving my knife than moving the product through. But different people have different styles. Both of them are correct. But I want to show you what we're looking for here. Once we get a pile of these little small dices, I'm going for 3 now. Again, when you're practicing at home, if you're practicing at home, you got to have your mother, father, parent, guardian, grandparent, somebody that your parents deem responsible. Now, let's go back and let's look at this dice again. I'm going to grab one right here. I'm going to put it side by side. The carrot is mine, the yellow is the model. It's pretty close. That one's a little bit bigger. But it's not quite, it's nowhere near the medium dice. Medium dice is our next one up. That's our small dice. Again, we're looking for uniformity. If anybody asks you, why do we cut things in uniform shape? The answer is we want it to cook at the same rate. We want things to cook at the same rate. So, I'm going to take this down real quick. I'm going to do it all in one motion. I've got my 2 inch piece. I'm going to take it. I'm going to square it off. Excuse me. Keeping my cutting board clear right here. I don't have anything right here in front of me. Now I'm going to cut my 1/4 inch planks. Trying to cut straight down. Then I've got to do what? I've got my 2 inch plank. I've got to cut it into 1/4 inch sticks. Excuse me. Now I'm going to cut these into a small dice. I've got my bâtonnet. This is my French fry cut at this point. Bâtonnet. 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch by 2 inches. And I'm going to cut it into 2 small dice here. Got my claw. I'm careful to keep my fingers back. I'm going to do a couple at a time here. Being careful to keep my fingers out of the way. These small cuts is where it gets tricky, guys. You can sit here. This is where you can get fancy and people sit there and try to go fast. Fast sitting impressive. Cutting uniform is impressive to me. Now we're almost finished with that one piece. Like you could imagine, use our scraper here, our bench scraper. Pick that up. You've got a nice little small dice there from our julienne. That's what we're going for. That is 1/4 of an inch by 1/4 of an inch by 1/4 of an inch. That is a cube.